Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Pickup Vlogs, and as you can guess from the title of this video, yes, it's another Power Rangers related themed episode. And it's like, wow, that was a quick do, because like yesterday I just posted the last Power Rangers video, and now today it's just another one, so it's like, that was fast. But anyway, yes, before we get to the big thing of Power Rangers related things I bought today, we'll get to the smaller items that I bought today. So, the first thing we have today is actually two movies. One I'm going to tell a story about, and then the other one are just that, and we got some games, and we got a few other things to look at today. So, first of all, I guess one of the big ones that I should explain that I got on DVD at a antique mall for about $3, it's Godzilla 2000. This is the movie that came out right after the 1998 remake, and it's the start of the Millennium series of the Godzilla franchise. Now, just very quickly, I have to explain a story here. When I went to the antique mall about a week ago, I found like 3 Godzilla movies. There was this one, Godzilla 2000, and then there was Terror of Mechagodzilla, and a double feature which had Godzilla vs. Hedorah and Godzilla vs. Megalon. And they were all $3 a piece. They're all DVDs. Now, I didn't have the money for it at the time. So what I did is that I left, and I thought I'll get them next week when my paycheck comes in. Went to get my paycheck, and then I went over to the antique mall, went to see the DVDs, and this was the only one left. And I was all like, fuck! You know, just like, oh, I could have gotten those DVDs and I should have gotten when I had the chance, but I got this either way. But then it made me realize there's somebody else buying Godzilla movies aside from me, because I'm basically the only Godzilla fan in my area. So I'm thinking, oh man, whoever it is, this is fucking war. So it's a competition now to get, like, especially with the new movie that came out, it's a competition to get every one of these, all 30 Godzilla movies for any kind of fan right now. So I can see why. But, yeah, I got this. It's a single DVD. It's, and it was released by TriStar. They still hold the rights at the time. But, yeah, it's a really nice DVD. I'm glad I got it. Godzilla 2000. Now, the next movie, which was a quick grab at, thrift store for about $3, and I wanted to replace it for a while with my VHS. I have Troy. Yes, this is the movie with Brad Pitt, Orlando Bloom. It's one of those big epic movies, and let me just tell you right now, I'm a sucker for epic movies. So, or movies. I know my lip sync is bad. Anyway, I'm a sucker for epic God, I cannot say this properly. I'm a sucker for epic movie. Fucking really. Okay. I am a sucker for epic movies. So this was a buy I want to get, and this is the 2-disc director's cut of Troy. Now, I've never seen Troy, so I've only seen snippets of it, but it does come with 2-disc DVDs. So it was a nice grab, about $50, or not $50. Who would pay $50 for this? Man, I am slipping on lines today. But it was about $3. I'm glad I got it, and it's got a bunch of special features, so I'll have to take a look at that, and that is Troy. Now we're on to a video game that I bought today for about $5. And I'm surprised, well, here's the thing, there's a friend of mine that I keep bumping into at Value Village and Goodwill that has been making a couple deals with me with games and stuff, and he's kind of a collector like I am. So I bought this game for about he said, I asked him how much for the game, and he says how much you want. It's like, I said $5, and it's a game that could go for a lot more, and he's like, what the hell. So that game is Call of Duty Black Ops for the Xbox 360. Now, just to clarify, I'm a semi-fan of Call of Duty. I love Halo, I like first-person shooters, but I mean, the only Call of Duty game I've ever played is Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, because it's the only Call of Duty I have, and I'm not much for buying Xbox games at, like, GameStop or whatever. If you find it at Value Village for a cheap price, that's the best place to get it. But yeah, I got Black Ops for $5. I haven't played this one, but it is one of the more popular Call of Duty games. Now here's the thing, I do not have a Xbox Live account. And it's not just that I can't afford an Xbox Live account right now, but it's also because I don't really like the people on Xbox Live, because a lot of them, especially the ones that play Call of Duty, are a bunch or like 8 to 12-year-old brat kids, and they're just their mouths are bad, and it's just I don't like to hang out with those people because they think, you know, they're just stupid kids. But, yeah, I mean, so I like to when it comes to video games, I like to play the story mode and just shoot, you know? I don't care for, I mean, if I have friends here, I'll play multiplayer, but that's about it. I actually will not probably ever get an Xbox Live account. But, yeah, I'm glad I got this. It was a nice grab for $5, and that is Call of Duty Black Ops. Now, we're gonna move on to something that I have to point out. When I did my episode on the Universal Studios collection that I've been doing, my collection of Universal Studios memorabilia, I actually left out 2 things, and I'm a freaking idiot for forgetting that. So I'm gonna show them to you today, but the thing is, I bought a new thing, part of my memorabilia, so we'll get to that first. This was $3, again, at the same antique mall I got Godzilla 2000, and this was a good buy. There's another one there, and I'm thinking about getting one for another friend, just as a little present or something. It's about $3, but it's a cup, of course, but the cup, oh, and I'm dropping it all over, and there it goes. Okay, and we're back. It fell and rolled under the table, and that's the stupidest shit you can do. But basically, the cup is actually a really nice one. It is a Back to the Future The Ride cup from Universal Studios, Florida. You can see the logo, you got all the stuff from the highlights from the ride, and I'm really glad I got this piece. There's another one there, I'm going to grab it for a friend, but it's a very nice piece. I'm glad I got this. I don't know if it's from McDonald's or whatever, but it's a nice cup, it's a nice little thing, even to drink in. You can do what Marty McFly does, you can have a Pepsi. And that's what I'll probably do, I'll probably drink Pepsi out of this from now on. But it's a nice piece, you can see the Hill Valley, the 8-passenger DeLorean, the Back to the Future Ride logo, but it's a nice little cup. It was about $3, so yeah, you have the Back to the Future The Ride cup, basically. Now we have 2 items, that I completely forgot about, so we'll get to those quickly before we get to the Power Rangers lot. We have, first of all, this is from, when I went to Universal Studios Florida, about, you know, a few months ago in February. I did buy this. It's a Universal Studios, drinking cup. The 100 Years of Movie Magic. It's Coca-Cola, and it's from the 100 Plus drink choices. Now, at Universal Studios Florida, you can get basically a cup like this, and this will get you into the 100 Plus drink things. So you can drink whatever you want all throughout the park the whole day. This probably costs you about $12 or maybe $15 for this cup, and then and yeah, you can just get as many drinks as you want. So if you're thirsty, just grab a drink from the $100 Plus, press it, and get whatever drink you want. It's a nice piece. Here's the downside, though, is that it only lasts a day, because apparently I have some sort of fingerprint bullshit on it. I have no clue. But basically, if you want to go back the next day and get more with the same cup, you have to pay $8 extra for another refill day. Now, that's alright, but the cup's already like $15. That's a little pricey. I mean, it's okay for, I guess, people who have more money than me, but, yeah, that's my only nitpick. But as you can see, it's a nice cup. Nice little piece of memorabilia from Universal Studios Florida, or Universal Orlando Resort, as it says. But yeah, it's a nice one. So, there you go. A nice little souvenir cup. Now, as you can tell, most of these are cups, or like drinking glasses. This last one I got at an antique store a while ago. It was about a few years ago. But it's a nice little piece, and this is actually from the 70s, I believe. And this is a vintage glass. So, it is a Universal Studios Hollywood coffee mug. And it's got all this stuff that you see from the 70s. You got, the Snow Set, Naval Battle Lagoon, and a bunch of stuff. I think this is before the Jaws ride even opened in Hollywood back in '75, but this is probably earlier. But it's a nice little cup. It's got this nice gold plating on it. And it just looks cool. I'm glad I got this. I'm all for any kind of Universal Studios memorabilia. So, yeah, it's a nice little piece. In here is just some of this stuff. And now, just to keep in mind, this stuff in here is actually from the Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark show in New York. I went to New York and saw the show. It's a really good show. Better than any of the movies, I can tell you that, and that's a shocker. But, yeah, I'll just keep it in the cup. But, it's a nice little piece of Universal Studios memorabilia, and, yeah, it's a nice little cup. Now we're on to the main event. This is the Power Rangers lot that I just picked up today. And there goes my computer just saying my last video I was doing. But, let me just explain. I probably spent all today about $30. Not too bad. But, I just found this whole lot of Power Rangers toys. Could not believe somebody was just throwing these out. And this isn't like new Power Rangers. This is original Mighty Morphin toys. So, let's get started. Actually, there's one figure I forgot to mention, and I just got him with some of the bags of Power Ranger stuff. It's a Triceratops character from Ninja Turtles. I'm probably just going to get rid of this and probably put it on Kijiji or something. I have no clue, but it's a nice little piece. It's a nice little action figure. I have no clue what his character is from Ninja Turtles, but either way, that's cool. So now, let's move on. So, I guess the first thing we'll start with are the villains of the show. And yeah, they did make figures of these, and they're great. They're great put together. They're these kind of larger figures, and they are Squat and Babu, the villains, some of the main henchmen of Rita Repulsa from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So I think this is Babu because he looks like a monkey. He looks like the monkeys from The Wizard of Oz. And then you have Squat, who is looks cool. I always liked Squat. He was so funny. He had the weird voice and everything. Rita, we should do something. Oh, I don't know. We should probably do something else. I don't know how to destroy the Power Rangers. You're an idiot. Oh, okay, I'm playing with these too much. Anyway. But, yeah, you got Squat and Babu. They're nice little fingers. Babu comes with his wings, and Squat does actually come with a little gun on his thing so he can shoot the Power Rangers. Hey, Power Rangers, I'll shoot you all. But yeah, they're nice little figures. And, they're kind of cool, and glad I got them. So that's one part. Now we'll move on to, sorry, it's just something in my eye. Now we have, just very quickly, before we get, I did buy a few big Power Ranger figures, but we'll get to those in a minute. But the first one I thought I'd bring up is this little figure that came with them. It's kind of cute, and, I don't care much for it, but it's nice. It's, the yellow Mighty Morphin Ranger, Trini, or Aisha, from Mighty Morphin. Now keep in mind, this is not the one that when you flip it you see their secret identities. This is just a basic figure, and I don't know what, I've never seen these ones before. But they're just a basic action figure, and keep in mind, all the figures I got, no, they do not come with the guns. They do not come with the blade blasters. But yeah, it's a nice little figure of Trini / Aisha, the Yellow Ranger from Mighty Morphin, and it's funny, in the original Zeo Ranger, it was a dude, so it's like, oh, I was thinking, oh, that's why she doesn't have a skirt like Kimberly. But it's a nice little figure, it's kind of cool, but there's a Trini / Aisha, the Yellow Ranger. Now we move up to the taller figures. These are about 6-inch figures, I believe, I'm not too sure. But I guess we'll start with the first one, which is Zach / Adam the Black Ranger. And this is from the figure line. If you saw from my intro, the figures that the guy was using to push down, or like to pull down, fly the Rangers or whatever, these are the exact same figures. So they're very actually posable. So you can give them all these kind of moves. You can make them do a kick. You can make them do punches. So they're almost like the figure arts figures. Now keep in mind, I will probably never buy figure art figures because one, they're too freaking expensive, and two, the only one I probably ever want is the King Kong figure. But, either way, so it's a nice little figure, so it's Zach, he's got the Mastodon logo, and that's the thing about the Power Rangers toys that I honestly didn't like. I didn't like how they put the Zord, or the Dinozord things on the chest piece of the Power Ranger. I wish they could have kept with the simple white, diamond shape, because I just think this is really distracting from all the other toys, and even in the show. They never had this in the show, and yet, but they had it in the movie. They had it in the movie like crazy. So I guess these were more based on the movie designs, even though the movie came later, and they did actually release figures based on the movie. But, yeah, you have Zach / Adam, the Black Ranger, the Mastodon Ranger from Mighty Morphin, and his belt and everything. I love how there's no, their power morphers are just like a little button or whatever. But it's a nice piece, and that's cool. Zach, and Adam, the Black Ranger. Now we have, the main lead ranger, who was, I think, technically the leader. Like, everybody knows Tommy was later the leader, but come on. This guy was the original leader, and he still was, even in Mighty Morphin. We have Jason / Rocky, the Red Ranger. Now, this is a toy I actually used to have as a kid. And, I can't believe I'm still holding him now after, like, what, 20 years since that show came out? But as you can see, he's got the T-Rex logo. He's got the Dinomorph or whatever. He's got his helmet. The helmets are actually nicely sculpted. And the boots and everything. And the back, there's no diamonds on the back, which is kind of bothersome. There's nothing really on the back. But you got him, and he's cool. You can do little fighting poses. Let me try to do his actual fighting pose from the show, I think. I think this is it. I think that's it. I'm not too sure. But that's the pose I know that he did. But, yeah, you have Jason, the Red Ranger from Mighty Morphin. And now we have two who are the same character, so I'll just show them both at once. Keep in mind, they do not have certain items on them, but I got them anyway. We have Tommy, the White and Green Ranger. Now, as we all know, everybody thinks, oh, the Red Ranger is the best, right? No, you know what? Fuck it. The Green Ranger was the coolest character on the show. And how he later turned on the White Ranger. Now, keep in mind, they do not have the gold shields on them. Unfortunately, they did not come with it when I bought them. But as you can see, you can actually see the White Ranger without his shield. That's actually kind of interesting. But the Green Ranger's cool. He's got the dragon logo. I never really was a fan of the dragon logo. I thought it looked too much like Godzilla or something. I don't know. Actually, Godzilla versus Dragon Zord would be amazing. But, yeah, these are nice figures. Sculptures are nice on Tommy. I always love how Tommy always got this mean look on him. And you got the White Ranger, same thing. He's supposed to come, this one has a different belt buckle because, yeah, he's supposed to have Saba. Now, I'm not sure if the Green Ranger had a blade blaster. Like, I know in the show he had a blade blaster, but again, he had the Dragon Dagger. So I'm not too sure if the Dragon Dagger or the blade blaster goes there. But, yeah, these are nice little figures, that we have here. So, yeah, the, Tommy, the Green, and White Ranger. Now we'll move on to the big items that I did get, and I'm really glad I got a lot of these. I can't believe somebody was throwing these out. I guess we'll start with, I guess this guy, because, well, basically we have 3 Zords and a roleplay toy. So we'll start with the Zords first, because that's what you guys probably want to see. This one is not really an actual Zord, it's just a figure, so it doesn't have all the... It's not separate Zords or anything, it's a basic figure of the Zord. And that is the Ninja Zord from Season 3 of Mighty Morphin, as well as the movie. Now, I'm not too sure if this is from the movie or Season 3 toy line, but, yeah, you've got basically, it's just a movable, you know, it's hands move, arms, no articulation on the arms, and, yeah, that's one of the features, is that it does this 3D punch. So it, like, does that, and punches out and everything. None of the Zords came with their weapons, unfortunately, no swords or anything, so I just got them as is. But yeah, this is the Ninja Megazord. So you have, you know, the bear, the frog, the, or no, is that the bear? Yeah, the bear, frog, the ape, the wolf, the crane, and the falcon Zord, I think, is also on here. But it's a nice little figure, nice reflective. See, why don't more toys have this where they have the, metal looking stuff on them? I don't know why they don't do that anymore, but it's a nice figure. Glad I got this, and we'll explain what's actually going to happen with these toys later. But anyway, yeah, the Ninja Megazord from Season 3 and the movie. Now we have, a character that a lot of people seem to, I guess, forget about with Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, but this is, he actually is interesting, because in the toy line, I think he turned into a Zord, and that is Ninjor from Season 3 of Mighty Morphin. This guy is actually kind of cool because he is, I believe, a Zord. I'm not too sure. Somebody can let me know in the comments if this is an actual toy Zord. So I'll just get to the features quickly with this guy. He does have articulation in his feet. No, I hate how a lot of these toys don't have articulation in the legs. Their arms do this kind of crank movement and so on. But, and his head and everything in the sculpture. But let's get to the features on this guy. So first of all, this is what I like to do first. First I like to go to the feet. So you take his arms out like that. And he does this, drops his trousers, as you can see, he has the robot look, and then you flip these down, and then boom, like that, and then finally this. Yeah, that is awesome. He turned into basically a samurai, he went from ninja to samurai, basically. And this is the Ninja Megazord, so I'm not too sure if this is an actual Megazord. I think it is. I don't know, I'll let you know in the comments if this is, but this is a really cool figure. I'm glad I got this. It's really nice. So we'll just flip him back up. It's taking a while. And yeah, there you go, the Ninja Megazord from Season 3. Now we have, I guess what you could say, the big one. This is the big Zord that I got. I could not believe somebody was throwing this out. It's not in the best condition, but it still works. It's still the Zord. And that is, get ready for this, guys, the White Tiger Zord from Season 2 of Mighty Morphin when the White Ranger was first introduced. This guy is so cool. I'm so glad I picked this guy up. He was about, I think about $4 actually. That's not too bad, considering how much he goes for on eBay. And we'll get to that in a minute. But anyway, as you can see, he's got the jaw movement. The only thing that's missing is the battery pack, which is kind of a shame, because the lid to the batteries. That's why, what's up with kids always throwing out the battery lids? I don't get that. But as you can see, I'll just do a quick morph of him, just to show you guys what he does. Or actually, no, I won't morph him. He's just too much of a pain in the ass, but I'll just do a quick one, fuck it. But as you can see, he does this, and the feet go in like that, and the feet, and so on. Then you take the arms out, and you put this thing in there, and this thing like that, and then you boom, there you go. Like that, and then finally, if I can just get his head going, I think this is, there we go! And there is the White Tiger Zord in battle mode. That is so cool. This is a really nice toy, and oh, his thing, there we go, boom, done. But this is a nice toy. It's a cool little feature, and I'm glad I got him, so it's kind of cool. I might have to test the batteries. Now, as you can see, it's really kind of dirty and so on in a lot of areas, so I'm going to go in with the tip to cleaning toys, I find, is do what the nerd does with games. You get a Q-tip, you get some Windex, and you just wipe them down, you know, just carefully in little edges and so on. Just get all the dirty areas, and that'll clean them up, and you might need a few Q-tips for that. But, yeah, he's nice. His stickers are kind of fucked up. There's a few stickers missing, but it's a cool figure nonetheless. So, there you go. Tommy's White Tiger Zord from Season 2 of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. And now, this is the item that I saw, I'm like, I have to have this. I'm never giving this up because I wanted this as a kid so bad. It is the coolest goddamn thing, and so glad I picked this up. It is the Blade Blaster from Mighty Morphin. This is the primary weapon of each Power Ranger from Season 1 to 3, and they use these all the time. This is a kick-ass toy. The battery department goes in here, so it does shoot lights and everything. I don't have that, unfortunately. But let me show you what this sucker does. I remember in the show, they're like, Rangers, Blade Blaster up! And they do this, boom, and boom. There's your blade. There's your sword. The gun turns into a sword. This is the coolest fucking toy that I've seen in a long while. Now, I know that the original Blade Blaster in the box came with the Morpher. Fortunately, I looked everywhere in that section to find the Morpher. I could not find it anywhere, so it's obviously some fucker already got it. But either way, the Blade Blaster, it is the coolest motherfucking thing, and this is a keeper. I'm holding on to this and this is going to go on my shelf with my Legacy Morpher. And hopefully, maybe in the future, I might get a Power Rangers cosplay. I'm hoping to. And I know a Nikki cosplay does the best, but that's something I just can't afford. But I'm already saving up for a computer, as hard as it is. But either way, this is a really nice toy. So glad I got this. It's the Blade Blaster. It's so cool. And this is the coolest fucking thing that I've ever seen with Power Rangers. Now, just very quickly, before we close off this episode... I'll just do that where it's like that. No, fuck out of it. Before we close off with this episode... I want to point out that you might remember how I'm getting my VHS tapes of Power Rangers signed by Linkara and putting them on eBay. Well, because I just bought this lot of Power Rangers toys, right? Here's what I'm going to say. Aside from the Blade Blaster, which I'm going to hold on to, with the VHS tapes, I'm going to add these toys. These Power Rangers toys I just bought to this eBay listing or Kijiji listing, and I'm probably, the highest I'm probably going to start, like, basically go for, it's about maybe $100 to $150. Maybe $75. I don't know what the prices are. If you guys let me know in the comments, how much do you think the toys would go for that we just looked at, and the VHSs signed by Linkara. If you guys could let me know in the comments what the price would probably be for those, it would be really appreciated so I can figure it out. And don't come up with some cheap price like, oh, it should be $25. No, this thing's gotta be at least over $50. But, yeah, so keep in mind that is gonna go up probably at the end of July, right after Con Bravo. So that's it for today, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this Power Rangers second video. I'm really surprised that I was able to find another lot of Power Rangers material. Now, if I find any more, I will probably buy them and review them on here on the show. But keep in mind, I mean, the toys like the Zords and stuff, most of them I'll probably sell. But keep in mind, like, the only things I'm really after with Power Rangers are the roleplay toys, which are all the weapons, which includes, you know, the Dragon Dagger, the Power Blaster, and so on, the Morphers. And the only 2 Zords I really want, or actually the 3 Zords I only want, are the original Megazord, the Dragon Zord, and Titanus. Those are the only, that's pretty much all I want when it comes to Power Rangers toys. The rest I'll probably sell. If I find another, you know, Season 2 Megazord or Ninja Megazord, I'll probably pick those up and hold on to those. But, yeah, that's about it, guys. Wow, this went for like 26 minutes. Jesus Christ. But basically, that's it. So, I'll see you guys probably in the next video or the next vlog or the next after show. I'm planning to try to see Edge of Tomorrow soon, so there'll probably be a review sometime in the future. The Kong reviews are still starting to get up there a little bit, not too much. But, yeah, that's about it, guys. So, rate, comment, subscribe, and if there's any kind of, like, toys that, like, let me know what your collections are. Let me know in the comments what you got. And just be cool to see what you guys have. So, let me know in the comments. So, rate, comment, subscribe. This is going on too long. I will see you guys in the next video. Have a more phenomenal day. Take care.